What's up everybody? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to What's Up Vlog episode 80. And having just watched the finale of the best Grand Tour I think I've ever watched in my life, I just felt the urge to jump on and join in the KiSS Europe race tonight. So in honour of the Maglia Rosa, I've got pink hat on, pink socks, but I couldn't go as far as wearing a pink kit. I had to wear the WKG kit, which I will try and wear in every single one of my races, even if it means I can't wash it in between. So luckily this isn't like smell-o-vision, so you won't be able to smell the stinky pits of the kit. Right, so yeah, this is the KiSS Europe Sunday race, 5 laps around the London Classic course, which is a course, as you well know if you've been following these vlogs, that I'm absolutely rubbish on, but should be a good spin of the legs. So I'm also hoping another couple of WKGers will be joining me as well, which should be fun. So usual thing, warm up, see you on the start line. Right, all my recording gear is set up. Fingers crossed it works better this time than it did on the last one. I've cleared down my hard drive, although I don't think space was an issue. I've cleared all the clutter that was around the back of my Mac, just for a little bit more airflow. So maybe overheating was the problem, but we'll soon find out. There's a few WKGers in there. I can see Len Capel, great to see you. Brian Roden, I've seen you in there too. A WKG member but not a WKG team rider, Mr. Kev Stephen is there as well. And it bodes well for me because he seems to be having problems typing, because instead of writing good evening he keeps writing good everything. I'd put that down to an accidental typo, except it's happened more than once in this the chat window I've seen. So I think that's just his big fat fingers. Yeah, either that or he's drunk, which is what I'm hoping. He said he's having problems with his kicker, and I don't believe that either. I think it's more likely to do with the 3 bottles of red wine he downed just before this race. Anyway, we've got 45 seconds to go before the start. I've got a slightly new warm-up regime that I've been doing for the last few races, where I do sort of 15-second real high cadence efforts, and then 15 seconds backing off, and then high again and backing off. I do that sort of 5 or 6 times, and it's actually worked out alright in previous races. So let's wait and see how we go tonight. I've made a new electrolyte drink for myself as well, based on a recommendation from Keith Denton. So once the race is going, I'll run through that as well. But here we go. Let's get the power up. 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And are we going to see the usual crazy KiSS start? Not as mad as I was expecting. Right, I've been dropped already. I tried to hold it. I dropped off for a split second. Tried to sprint back on, but nah, I've got no chance. So I'm going to have to try and re-strategize a little bit. I can see, I think that's Kev that's just a couple of seconds behind me. So it might be that I try and regroup and see how we go from there. But no, I know there are a couple of C's in that group ahead, but it's predominantly B's. So I'm not sure what I was thinking trying to stay with them, but I just assumed it was the whole group, and it actually might be, other than myself and a couple of others. So I tried to stay with them, but now I'm way off the back. And yeah, I can see Kev coming back at me now. So I will try and team up with him if I can. We'll probably just catch me and go straight past while I try and regain my breath. Hey, Mr. Grasso. Hello, buddy. Thanks very much for the ride on. I've seen the pictures of yourself and Ardith in Sanibel, Florida. Lovely place. I was lucky enough to visit a few years back, and yeah, very jealous seeing your pictures. I hope you had a really good time. I'm sure you did. Here we go. Back with Kev. Here he is. I've got a feather here, so if Kev does look like he's going to come shooting past me, which he almost did. And there's the other Grasso. I shouldn't say that. There's Ardith. Thank you very much for the ride on, Ardith. Hey, cheers, Mr. Stephen, for the ride on. Let's fire one back while you're still in view. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but Giro, wow. Just I mean, the first week, a bit of a non-event, I thought, but that's very often the case with the Grand Tours. But I honestly think that was the best Grand Tour I've watched. I was absolutely captivated and really pleased with the results. And that's as much as I'm going to say about that. Obviously I'll have to change the WKG forum header YouTube page back to the black and orange. Now the Giro has officially ended. It's a bit of a shame, I really like the pink. And I can see Len Capel and Brian Roden 1 minute and 3 ahead of me now. So they were, actually where's Brian? I've just lost him for a second. Well, Len is 1 minute and 3 and just dropped off that group by about 25-30 seconds or so. But he's still got a couple of other riders with him. Brian, I can't see at all now, so I don't know whether he's still with that group up ahead at about 1 minute and a half, 1:40. This is quite significant with myself and Kev Stephen now riding down the red tarmac of the Mall. It'll be hard to locate him in amongst 25-30,000 people on Ride London, but if we do somehow manage to orchestrate it so that we're coming down here together in real life, that'd be really good. Riding for JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. So we'll be proudly wearing their jerseys on the day, along with hundreds of others, I believe. Okay, so this is the start of the first proper lap, first of 5. I don't know if there's anyone else behind us. I think we are possibly dead last, but hey ho, here's what it is. I'm not going to kill myself. Right, my drink that I've made. Keith Denton from the group, from the team, very kindly made the recommendation of apple cider vinegar as a remedy to bad sort of muscle cramps during these longer rides, which I suffer from so badly. I mean, I sweat profusely. I'm embarrassed to say I'm a very sweaty person anyway, and even more so cycling, so I'm aware that I'm losing a lot of salt. So I do drink electrolytes and try and do all the right things to a degree. I'm not as conscientious as I should be. But apple cider vinegar, according to Mr. Denton, and by quite a few accounts that I've read since, could be a real help. So I've been having a teaspoon of it in the mornings, just as try and get into a habit of just doing that, because there are definitely other health benefits to it as well. But I've just made a drink which is going to sound ridiculous, but it actually tastes amazing. So I've got
probably about a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar, a sprinkle of salt, the juice of 1 orange, juice of 1 lemon, a whole can of Coke, and topped up with probably about 100 ml of water. It tastes delicious. It tastes like those the San Pellegrino Sicilian lemon cans that you can get, and that's one of my favourite drinks anyway. So if it does prove to be actually useful in terms of holding off cramp and providing a bit of a caffeine kick, I might have stumbled onto something. Hey, T. James, Lion Rock Cycling, thank you very much, my friend, for the ride on. Sorry for any inadvertent flashes of chest hair and man boob, but it is warm in here tonight, so warm. I've had to have the jersey undone right from the start. Mr. Detail, Andres, thank you very much for the ride on, buddy. Okay, while that waffling was going on, we've managed to join together with T. Lawrence, myself and Kev Stevens, so got a nice little trio now, and it's not likely to happen, but if the guys ahead start fading, perhaps we can work together a bit and pull some ground back. Hey, Darren Hunter, thank you, buddy, for the ride on. If this stays like this all the way to the finish and it comes down to a sprint with myself and Kev Stephen, I don't really fancy my chances, to be honest. I saw him sprinting in the, I think it was one of the Thursday morning 2-for-1 rides, and he's got a bit of pace about him. He can get those old legs moving when he tries. Sorry Kev, I'm being a bit mean tonight. Oh, there you go, there, he must have heard me. Up in the 5s, pulling a bit of space. Hey, thank you Craig Sharp for the ride on. I think T. Lawrence has noticed that I was cracking a little bit. He upped the ante. And he's taking Kev nicely along with him. I'm struggling to get anywhere near them. Oh dear. Come on, get me on the wheel, please. That's better. I'm just looking at the sprint times, and it looks like our very own Brian Roden is second in the timings there. If I read that right, let me just have a look. Yep, there we go. We've got Seymour at 12.85, Brian Roden at 13.21. Good job, man. Alright, let's just run through the guys up ahead. I can still see Len Capel at 4.2 watts per kilogram, 1 minute and 20 ahead, along with C. Richard, C. Hodge, K. Boxstyle, I think that would be. And then there's a big old gap to the next bunch at 2.35, which is Brian Roden and S. Pratt. Then we've got another jump of about a minute to G. Nicodemus, T. Davis, D. Wyatt, A. Pancratz, J. Appleton, and a few others that I can't see. Hey, Mr. M. Collins, thank you very much for the ride on from Team Type 1. Incidentally, I'll announce it properly, but I've been in touch with Zwift regarding this coming Thursday's 2-for-1 morning ride at 8.35. I'd like to do this one on behalf of Team Type 1 and team up with them, and I've requested that for that week only that the auto jersey assignment will be for the Team Type 1 jersey. Now the guys have not replied yet. I think they're actually on leave, so I'm waiting to hear back, but all being well, it might be an even bigger group than usual if we can get some Team Type 1 riders coming along, which would be fantastic, and really fly the flag for them by wearing their jerseys. So as soon as I've got confirmation, I'll announce it properly on the WKG forum and in the Team Type 1 forum. So fingers crossed that comes together. Hey, Jay Fakala, great to see you. Thank you very much for the ride on. It's been a while. I miss our early morning ODZ rides. I'll have to jump back on one very soon. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm just trying to keep a steady pace of high twos at the moment with T. Lawrence and K. Stephen. There've been the occasional little kick. I don't know whether that's to try and break away or just stretching the legs a bit, but we seem to manage to all regroup again, all three of us. So we're into the second half of this race now. So I'm just hoping I can keep it tight with these guys all the way to the line. To see how I'm feeling near the end. If it looks like an earlier break would be a good idea rather than a sprint to the line. It never usually works out that well for me, so a sprint might still be my best bet, despite the fact I know Kev Stevens is a strong rider. I'm not aware of Mr. Lawrence, I'm afraid, but I've seen him kick up into the sevens a few times just on this opening half of the race, so there's some strength there, that's for sure. Alright, coming up to start the final lap. It's still myself, T. Lawrence and K. Stephen grouped together. It's been quite that was a bit of a cat and mouse lap, that one. I had a bit of a kick on one of the inclines and managed to gap them a little bit, but then I was a bit dead for a second and they pulled me back in quite easily. And T. Lawrence had a couple of kicks as well. So, final lap, here we go. Come on, give me a nice power up. Aero or feather. That's alright, that'll give me a break for a second at some point. But we're not racing anybody else now. I don't think there's anyone behind us anyway. And the closest group to us are 146 ahead. So it's a matter of us sizing each other up for this final lap, keeping an eye out for breaks, and then more than likely going for a sprint at the end. Oh, Lawrence has kicked up in the sixes. Hey Eric Gray, thank you very much buddy for the ride on. I managed to stay with Mr. Lawrence. Kev Stevens flying back up at us now as well. There is Kev, managed to join on. I'm just using my draft boost just to take a bit of a breather after that little kick. I got a bit caught out here in this bunch. And T. Lawrence and Kev Stevens have managed to jump me. It's frustrating. It means I'm going to have to kick in just to get back on them. Hey, Arya Hansen, thank you buddy for the ride on. Great to see you. I'm back with the boys. I'll try and put a bit of hurt on them, I think. Yeah, that didn't work. Hey, D Crook, I'm way down under. Good to see you buddy, thanks for the ride on. Alright, Flamme Rouge. Oh dear. Kev's ramped it up. Kev's really ramped it up. He's going to get this. I have to ease back a sec. Here we go. I've got nothing in the legs. They're just gone. I'm not going to hold that. If I do, I'm very lucky. No, just picked. Good ride, guys. Damn! So I think I came dead last. I've done that stupid move before where I've tried to do a little kick just to sort of put the pain into the others around me, but I think I'm the only one that loses out. I really should learn from that. But, thanks T. Lawrence and Kev Stevens for making that a really interesting little battle. Disappointed, my legs just literally died. Thank you Len for the ride on. I think I already gave you a ride on, but I'll check anyway. There you are. I did. Pardon me, I did indeed. Brian Roden was streaming that, so you can catch the full video over on his YouTube channel. There is Brian. Well done, buddy. Oh dear. And I need to do about another 5k winding down. I wanted to hit 100k for this week, so I sort of eased off a little bit since doing my 100-mile ride the other week. So, and I need about another 5k to get to hit 100. So I'm just going to roll my legs. So I'll wrap this up while I'm spinning. Thank you very much for watching. Brilliant race. Sorry I don't get to catch the action of the guys up ahead of me, but it's because I struggle to concentrate even when I'm focused on my own rider, my own avatar, so I really lose focus and lose touch if I flick away to another screen, particularly when it's a close race like that one was. Well done to Kev for beating me in the sprint. I had a feeling he would. He timed it really well. He went at a time I wasn't expecting at all, and even if I had the power to go with him, I don't think I'd have lasted as long. So good job, man. Think too. Sorry, I'm not sure what that means from Len Capel. It's a private message. I'm not absolutely sure what that means. I'll have to look into that one. But cheers, Len. Right, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks everybody for again for your contributions to the WKG forum. Continuing to be my favourite place on the internet. Really good fun. My next scheduled ride will be on Thursday for the 2-for-1. As I mentioned, I'm trying to get some kind of collaboration with Team Type 1 going for that one, so watch this space. I'll keep you updated. Thanks everyone also for sending pictures in of those of you that have received your jerseys and kits and t-shirts. It's been great seeing them all on other people, and some of the poses, well, they leave a fair bit to be desired, but it's been interesting nonetheless, and I appreciate the effort. So thanks guys, keep them coming. Apologies to anyone that hasn't received them yet. I think all of the UK have got theirs, so typically it's the overseas orders that are slightly less predictable in terms of how long they're going to take, but fingers crossed it won't be too long. And I can't wait to see pictures from Norway and Austria and New Zealand, Australia, Canada, United States, all flying the WKG flag. So I think that might be, so Len's just saying his timing was not 100%, so I'm wondering if that means, I think he maybe got second and sort of mistimed the sprint for the win, but even so, if that's the case, second in the seas. Great job, my buddy, that's really good. Oh dear, I'm feeling it tonight, it's so hot in here. Yeah, so thanks very much, and keep watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao.